Here are some of the things that make no fucking sense whatsoever in Minecraft. Starting with number 1. Why in the absolute hell is Cursive Binding even a thing in hardcore Minecraft? If you even put this shit on accidentally, it's over. Literally, you have to restart the world. It doesn't matter what you do. Unless you're willing to sit there and take enough damage until the armor breaks, I mean, which isn't even really worth it because you're risking dying if you do that, then it just doesn't work out. It really doesn't. LOB. Reason number 2. The Java Edition crosshair cooldown has got to be one of the most annoying features of this version. Having to wait for this thing to cool down becomes infuriating after a while when you're trying to fight things. In Minecraft Bedrock Edition, you can spam things as much as you want, making killing things a lot easier. But in Java Edition, I have to beat these things like I'm an alcoholic father from the 50s after a night at the bar just to be able to fight anything. In case it's not obvious enough, there's a lot that I don't like about Java Edition. Don't get discouraged though, not everything about Bedrock Edition is better than Java, which brings me to my next point. Reason number 4. A lot of people feel the same way about this one, but the Bedrock Wither is way too overpowered. Not only does it have twice the HP that the one on Java has, but it also has multiple different things that the Java edition doesn't have either. The Bedrock Wither has a dash attack that does 15 damage per hit, and if you're playing in normal or hard mode, it also spawns 3 to 4 Wither skeletons upon reaching half health. And if that wasn't fucking hard enough for you, then you're in luck, because the Bedrock Wither also flies faster than the one in Java. And after all of that, you're probably wondering, is it really still worth it, going through all that just for a Nether Star?
Absolutely fucking not.
Moving on to reason number 5, we have the Wandering Trader. Everyone's familiar with this guy. He has notoriously bad trades, and I can't think of a single fucking reason why I would ever keep this guy around. I mean, 13 emeralds for an enchanted iron pickaxe. Just look at that. I could get that in about half the time it take for me to get that. And yeah, he just fucking sucks. Reason number 6, and yes, I'm done making the big number signs. I just don't really feel like it anymore. Anyways, the minecart furnace, or furnace minecart, whatever you want to call it. This thing is fucking useless. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, you can't fucking open it, so that already defeats the purpose of what the furnace is already used for. And this thing is fucking useless. I'm done with it. Reason number 7, it's the healing arrow. I've got to tell you, this thing defeats the whole purpose of what the bow is for. It's supposed to do damage, but the arrow heals you. The only theoretical use for this is to, I don't know, shoot it up and hit yourself with it to heal yourself, but there's better ways to do that, so yeah, it's pretty fucking stupid. And in case you're wondering, this is how much it heals you. Okay, so that wasn't too bad, but still, there's a lot better ways that you can heal yourself. Moving on to number 8, the Chorus Fruit. The worst thing you can get after defeating the Ender Dragon. This thing is pretty much useless and teleports you around. You can't control where it teleports you, but you can just hope for the best and hope that it doesn't put you far below somewhere that you can't get out, because this thing is very unpredictable. Yeah, that's it. Number 9, the Cooked Rabbit. This has got to be one of the least utilized sources of food, but overall works out pretty well, restoring 3 bars of hunger. The cooked rabbit alone is pretty good. The rabbit stew is a little bit harder to get. It takes a baked potato, cooked rabbit, a bowl, a carrot, and a mushroom of any of the 2 kinds to craft, and it restores a whopping 5 bars of hunger, but they're not stackable, so they're pretty useless for the most part. And the rabbit's hide alone, also kind of a useless drop from the rabbit. The only crafting recipe so far for it is leather, and as you know, there's a lot easier ways to obtain that. And the rabbit's foot, making only the bundle, which I don't use and none of my friends do either, and the potion of leaping, which I'm gonna make a bet with you. Neither you or one of your friends have ever crafted one of these things, which is why they're not worth the time it takes to craft. Considering a rabbit's foot is only a 1 in 10 drop, it's just not worth it. Number 10, we have the Potion of Turtle Master. Depending on what playstyle you like, you might love or you might hate this thing. It gives you extreme resistance in exchange for extreme slowness, and that is its biggest drawback. If you get caught in a tight situation where there's mobs everywhere, you're pretty much guaranteed to get bounced around like a pinball until you either clear everything out or you miraculously just escape somehow. Nonetheless, this thing is still pretty much useless. And last but not least, my honorable mention is the glazed terracotta. If you actually make these things, I am horrified. I hate you. These things are disgusting. None of them look good, none of the patterns are good, and this thing is fucking disgusting. The magenta glazed terracotta has got to be the most hideous block ever added to Minecraft. I would love to speak with the developer that put this in the game just to tell them how fucking awful this thing looks. You can't tell me if I gave you a year to sit and think of a use to have this thing in your world. You could not give me one. It's hideous. There's no use for it. It's disgusting. And that about sums up every useless thing in Minecraft. That pisses me off. Like and subscribe or don't. I don't really care. Fuck you.